Hi, I'm Jen, and you're listening to the Shadow Sanctuary, where I dig into the history of haunted locations to try and find a correlation between historical fact and paranormal experience. Is there a reason for the haunting? Why does energy stay? Keep listening to find out more. Welcome to the Shadow Sanctuary. I'm your host, Jen, and tonight I'll be telling you about Pearl Harbor in Oahu, Hawaii. So let's get into it. It is uncertain when Oahu was settled by humans. Early archaeological studies suggest that Polynesian explorers may have arrived as early as 3rd century AD. On January 19th, 1778, Oahu was the first of the Hawaiian Islands to be sighted by Captain James Cook during his third voyage of discovery. This was the first recorded encounter of the Hawaiian Islands by non Polynesian people. February 27th, 1779, Captain Charles Clark became the first recorded non Polynesian to visit Oahu. By the late 18th century, Waikiki was a major settlement on Oahu. However, as trade with foreigners intensified, the nearby town of Honolulu came to eclipse it in size and importance due to its accessible harbor. On the morning of December 7th, 1941, the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, Oahu, bringing the United States into World War II. The attack was aimed at destroying the American will to fight and forcing the U.S. to sue for peace. They attacked the Pacific Fleet of the United States Navy and its defending Army Air Forces and Marine Air Forces. The attack damaged or destroyed 12 American warships, destroyed 188 aircraft, and killed 2,335 American servicemen and 68 civilians. Of those, 1,177 were the result of the destruction of the USS Arizona alone. After World War II, Oahu became a tourist and shopping destination. But what of the souls who still linger? Beneath the tropical atmosphere, a dark history refuses to be drowned out. Oahu remains haunted by the tragedy of Pearl Harbor. The majority of lives ended that day were military servicemen and crew members, but also civilians. The spirits of these abruptly lost souls still haunt the city, many of whom are unaware of their passing. Those who travel by boat to the USS Arizona Memorial have experienced otherworldly sensations. Visitors often describe feeling a profound sadness as if immense tragedy were freshly penetrating their souls. The feeling mysteriously lifts upon leaving the memorial. Unexplained activity is also known to occur here. Whispers, voices, and occasionally alarm bells have been heard, although none have been officially sounded. Some have encountered the smell of burning and heard clanging sounds coming from the hull, as if someone were knocking a wrench against it to capture their attention. Others have reported the sounds of battle, the screams and cries of men, and even observing figures running along the submerged decks of the ship. Some have seen men in the water or a figure standing on the memorial looking into the waters below. Still others have seen apparitions dressed in World War II era naval uniforms or heard footsteps. Over 900 sailors lie below the memorial, eternally entombed in the ship. Another 40 who survived that fateful day decided to have their ashes added to the sunken wreck. Strange happenings are also said to plague the residents of Ford Island, another central target destroyed during the attack. Locals living here have encountered disembodied voices and phantom footsteps within their homes. Others have reported objects moving, lights and electronics switching on and off, and dark shadows. The Ford Island airstrip also has notable activity. Visitors have described an intense feeling of panic or urgency at this site and have encountered a bizarre glowing mist. A playful ghost also haunts the site and surrounding area, who residents call Charlie. Charlie is known to turn on water faucets or to open heavy doors, and also flick through radio stations. He is also responsible for loud footsteps in vacant hallways and the sound of jangling keys. Still, not all events are as lighthearted as the ghost of Charlie. Residents have claimed to have heard the sounds of men moaning as if injured or in pain, and have heard groups of men running past in heavy boots. An unlucky few have observed the ghosts of men wandering the island, lost or unsure of their destination. The USS Arizona Memorial is located at 1 Arizona Memorial Place, Honolulu, Hawaii. They are open Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you pay them a visit, let them know the Shadow Sanctuary podcast sent you. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for more information on upcoming episodes. As always, don't let the eerie vibes fade too quickly. Stay haunted, my friends.